Morning. This is after a late night. Oop, I'm spilling my tea. I've only even had half of it so far. Went to Buckshire Panel last night, which was brilliant fun with the team. So you might see some road trip videos from them. I am having the luxury. Poor old Ash. We got home at midnight. I think it was, and Ash had to meet the builder at 7 o'clock. Jess was on the phone to folks at 9:30. I should a lion. How amazing is that? But hence the gravelly voice. But I'm going to go and treat them to like croissants and things for lunch. Anyway, I thought I'd actually get a little bit technical with you guys today and talk about something that is on my mind at the moment because we just kicked off yesterday on a grade 2 listed project, which is going to be great fun. It's a £500,000 house that currently has no roof because, you know, hey, what do you need a roof for? And it's grade 2. It's Edwardian and it's going to be a really fun project to do. It's a fairly sizable renovation. It's going to take a very significant number of months, not my usual 6 weeks, 8 weeks in and out and get it sorted. And it comes with pre-commencement conditions. I also have another project, which is a grade 2 star listed chapel, which I'm turning from a chapel, which has been, they've had a chapel at that site since the 1400s. And I do actually have the mayor of Bristol, who died, I think, in 1411, and his wife Isabella, who died, I think, in 1414 or 1415, actually buried in the chapel. So we have to be very respectful to those graves. And we're turning that into a house. And that is a beautiful, beautiful building. And it is like 5 minutes walk from Harvey Nicks. So we bought that last year at auction for a ridiculous amount. I think it was either 130,000 or 135, I forget now. I told Ash to bid up to 220, and I'm not silly, I don't overpay. So we got very lucky. And we're just about to start the renovations for that to turn it into a 3-bedroom house, complete with kind of fancy mezzanine. I am never selling that. Now, whilst I will rent it, I'm going to A, throw a party in it, and B, live in it for 2 weeks, just to like, you know, like, whoa, I'm going to try this, and then back out again. Anyway, both of those are grade 2 and grade 2 star listed. Both of those we've worked with the architect to get full planning permission, and that's taken a little bit of time. So this isn't one of my usual vanilla buy it on the Friday, in on the Monday, sort it, 6, 8, 10 weeks later, out again, on the market, 10 viewings on the Saturday, boom, 4 offers, sold on the Monday. That's my normal vanilla, everyday, in, sort, out again. These are more complex. Beautiful buildings, and to be honest, these are not the kind of projects you should do when you start out, because I'm fortunate I have the cash flow to be able to manage to pay for these buildings while we're doing all the technical work with the architects. These are enjoyment, love of property, but also fairly sensible. I mean, the figures on both of these are also very sensible for wealth creation, but frankly, they're for somebody who's loving property. So grade 2 star and grade 2 listed means that often when you get the planning permission, the council says, yeah, absolutely, you go ahead, baby, but before you start, I want you to do this, and this, and shows what you're doing. And you're like, oh, okay. And so really what it does is it's no more complicated than they're asking you to tell them about the drainage. They're asking you to tell them about the detail of the windows. They're asking you to tell them about the detail of the double glazing. In my case with the chapel, we've obviously got these beautiful large windows. So they want to know about how we're going to double glaze those windows, but at the same time still make them beautiful. On the Edwardian house, which is just grade 2, thank goodness no star, there's a very, very trendy conservatory going at the back. So they want to have a physical example of the metal coving that's going to make the conservatory, and they also want a physical example of the render, because they want that in keeping with render that would have come from Edwardian times. They also want a physical sample of the paint, so that I don't go crazy and paint it crazy colour, which is a real shame because I really wanted to. I like blue, and my architect and my best mate are currently trying to persuade me that a very toned down version of grey is going to be charming. Now, I'm sure design-wise they're right, but I love blue houses, so we shall see. I'll shoot a vid when my house is blue. So pre-commencement conditions, if you haven't ever hit them before, they kind of feel like a barrier, like, whoa, another thing to get over. But usually what you're going to do is you're either going to work with your builder to get the physical samples, or you're going to work with your architect to give them further detailed drawings of, you know, corners of little bits of metal coping, or drawings of the pipe work, or drawings of the electrical ducting, you know, or drawings of the windows. So really all it is making sure that you have got a very good team, a very good architect, a very good builder who understands things like working with lime, mortar, you know, that kind of stuff. And they are fit for purpose for the project you've got. And all you have to do is send in the condition request, usually via your architect. The council will then review it and come back and say, yeah, very happy with that, or no. And then you and your architect, because your architect should be very good at this, will devise a second thing to do, or usually phone up and have a discussion as to what it is they're actually looking for. So pre-commencement conditions happen after you've been granted planning permission, yay, and before you can actually start work. And you need to discharge those pre-commencement conditions before you can start work. So it's not a difficult thing, but I have to say the first time I got one, I was like, oh, what's this? I don't know what to do. So I thought I'd chat to you guys in a total geeky way about pre-commencement. Have a nice day. I am going to kind of enjoy the aftermath of being on the panel at Berkshire. We had a lovely time and just really enjoy working on my business today. See you soon. Bye.